Thank you. So it'll be a few minutes, but Secretary Treasurer Mock, Gert, Melissa, Chelsea, thank you guys for being here. We're truly honored. I know the leadership's truly honored to have you here today. And before I move on, Cassandra Vicencia, out of compliance. Sister White, let me just say that. Thank you for being here and presenting. Vice President Dickerson, thank you. Scott, thank you for being here. Rich, Vice President Boyer, my good buddy, Mr. George Hardy, that I've known for a long time, thank you for being here. Vice President Booth, Nicole, thank you for being here. And we'll hear from all these great speakers later today. But I'm going to wrap up this morning. First of all, again, this will be the last time you'll hear me speak this week. It's can't believe it's Thursday. It always goes fast because when we hang out together, we have fun together. When you have fun, it flies by. So, but again, thank each and every one of you for what you do each and every day as leaders. I don't care what role you play, you're a leader. And you wouldn't be in that role if you didn't wake up with the desire to lead. So thank you. But most of all, when you go back, presidents and chairmen, let your membership know how much they mean to us. Please, let them know that me and everyone in this room, whether it's IEB or whether it's international staff or Region 8 staff, we love them, we appreciate them, and thank them for what they do. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, the leadership conference next year. So what we're looking at when we discovered it, Veterans Day falls on the dates I give you. The dates we're looking at for 2026 will be November the 16th through the 20th. November the 16th through the 20th. So think about that. We'll have a leadership conference. You'll go home. You'll have a weekend. You can take a vacation day on Monday, and then you have Thanksgiving. Now, is that a good sale? Okay. Now, after that, you're on your own, but that takes care of you. But that's what we're looking at. It will either be at the Hilton in St. Petersburg or it'll be here, okay? One of the two. I hear you. George, at the reception the other night, George called me over and he said, Tim, I got bad news and got good news. I said, what's the good news? I want to hear that first. He said, they love it. The delegates love it here. The bad news, they love it here, Tim. So I'm glad you love it because, again, it's about you. It's not about me. Our job is desire and line this week up for you. So thank you. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up with some remarks this morning, and then we'll get on with the rest of the program. Brothers and sisters of Region 8 and all the IEB, UAW staff that are here with us this week, thank you for what you do. We stand here today not as individuals, not as separate locals, but as one union family. Let me say that again. But as one union family, the United Auto Workers. Don't ever forget that. This badge I have on, this badge she has on, this badge he has on, the badge you have is on, means nothing to me. I'm a damn proud auto worker, okay? And we're back, we're strong, and we're going to continue to stay strong. Our history tells us that when we are united, we are unstoppable. Did we not show that in 2023? Do we not show that every day? Absolutely. And it is the same unity that must guide us as we prepare for the fight ahead. Today is over. The battles we fought yesterday are already written, but tomorrow is still in our hands. And if we don't prepare, and if we don't lead with courage, then tomorrow will be written by somebody else, by corporations, by politicians, by those who would rather silence our voices than to hear our demands from our membership. That is so true. In the world we live in today, there's people literally wanting to silence us. And we can't let that happen. And we're not going to let that happen. That's why we fight. That's why we lead. That's why we organize in this great region, Region 8. In 2026, our union will gather for the Constitutional Convention. That convention will not just be about bylaws and rules. It will be about our vision It will be about deciding what kind of UAW leadership we want to hand to the next generation. Think about that. Each and every day, somebody new comes into our plant. Some of them come in as second generation, third generation, or don't know nothing about the UAW. It's our job to educate and lead and prepare for that next generation. We cannot wait until 2026 to start shaping the future. The work begins now, and it's in this room. You have to make it happen. In every local, every shop, in every community across Region 8 and the entire UAW family. True leadership means preparing our membership for the roads ahead. May 1 of 2028, May Day, including all sectors of the UAW. It's not just about the big three. It's a big day. We're lining up other unions, if you've heard us talk about preparing for that day. But it's every sector. It takes IPS to make the big three run. It takes the big three to make IPS run. It takes aerospace to get us to conference and back. It takes trucks to deliver food to our house. Okay? It's every sector. Every sector. We must teach financial readiness because strikes and layoffs are not theory, they are reality. Let me say that again. We must teach financial readiness because strikes and layoffs are not theories, they are reality. And that's what we have to prepare for now. Used to, you would hear me say, or you'd hear Director Smith say, 6 months, save up 6 months. Not the world we live in today. You need at least a year's worth to prepare if we're going to accomplish pension and health cares in 2028, or every day in your contract. You got to prepare. If we're not preparing our members to endure those struggles, then we're not doing our jobs as leaders. You guys have heard me say that. It's your job to wake up and be honest with your membership. It is your job to literally look and say, it's a complaint, you don't have a grievance. And if you can't do that, then you need to take a hard look in the mirror and say, am I in the right position? Now that sounds harsh, but that's a fact. In my plant, when a worker needed a fan moved or needed heat turned on, that's my job. The company should do it, but they're not going to do it. You shouldn't turn your back on your brothers and sisters. You should be there for them through thick and thin. That's who we are, the auto workers. We shouldn't be like the company. You shouldn't have relationships you got to have a relationship with a supervisor to get something done. You don't belong playing golf with him. You don't go out and eat with him. And you damn sure don't show up. If you're in the bar and he's in there, you sit on one end, let him sit on the other. Because if I come in, which is doubtful, I'm going to ask you what the hell you're doing.
Thank you.
Our members must know that sacrifice today builds power tomorrow. Our members must know that sacrifice today builds power for tomorrow. Let's not forget, local leadership is the backbone of our union. Here it is. Right here, I'm looking at it. And what a beautiful picture. What a beautiful picture. You guys, every one of you, I pretty much know every one of you. I appreciate you, I love you, but you're the leadership. You're the backbone of this union every day. The International can set the stage. Rich, Mike, Margaret, me, Laura, we can set the stage. But it's the voices at the local union halls, the stewards on the floor, the committee at the table that gives our members confidence and strength. When our locals are strong, the UAW and our membership have power. We've seen it firsthand in 2023. I seen it firsthand the morning I woke up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and the countdown was on for midnight. I seen it that night when Laura Dickerson showed up at the truck plant and stood with her membership. I seen it when Rich and Mike and Margaret and me all were on the picket lines, along with each and every one of you if you had a picket line. I seen the President of the United States show up at the picket line. But we cannot act as islands. We must stand together as one in Region 8 and the UAW. You guys know how much Region 8 means to me, and I will always say it. We lead the way, and we're going to continue to lead the way. But at the end of the day, we're one. We're one union. We also face threats beyond the shop floors. The so-called big, beautiful bill is nothing more than an attack on everyone in this room and our families. But it is a gift to the corporations and the wealthy, while it robs the middle class and the poor of dignity, wages, and opportunity. Brothers and sisters, we cannot afford to sit back, watch it happen. We must take our fight from the bargaining table to the ballot boxes. And who said it better? The ballot box is tied to the bread box. And if you can't see that, then you're in trouble. That means voting in every election, from the shop floor to the union hall, from city council to Congress, from the state house to the White House. We must educate our members. We must educate our members what's best for them. I did it in my plant. I seen a young man one day didn't like what we put up, what our cap department put out, and he run his hand through the glass and he ripped it out. They wanted to fire him. We saved him. I told the young man, I said, look, you can vote ever how you want. That's your decision. But we're going to give you the facts of who stands with us. Who's going to stand with us on the picket lines? Who's not afraid to say UAW or union? Our power does not end when the contracts are signed. Our power lives in every ballot we cast. Think about that. A guy, I told you the other day, I called him Uncle Bob. He got shot down in Vietnam in 1969. For me, for you, and your family members, to give us a right to go vote. We negotiate that day off. The first thing you should do is wake up, work out, and go vote. Or maybe not, drink coffee and go vote. I had to throw that in there. But seriously, that day off is about you getting up and going vote. It's not about I'm going to wait till the end of the day. You should get up and go immediately and cast your ballot and vote because it makes a difference. Many years ago, right across from my plant, literally you turn out and you turn right back into the union hall. We had an election. People turned right, turned left, and didn't vote. The young man lost by one vote. We knew something was wrong, hours and hours to come out, one vote. The next day I heard, gosh, if I'd have known that, I'd have voted. You should have voted anyway. That's a true story. And we must only cast those ballots for candidates who support working people and who support organized labor, who support a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. And I promise you, if you're watching this video and you're a politician in Region 8, you will not get one dime from this region if you cannot get a questionnaire in on time and you're not afraid to say the word UAW union. You will not get one dime. That's a fact. And I'm looking at you. And as we vote, as we prepare, as we lead, we must also grow. Organizing is not just a program, it's our lifeline. We organize Volkswagen. How many of you have seen the video? I still call him Vice President Browning, our friend, our brother, fighting in Chattanooga. Anybody see that yesterday? If you haven't seen it, please go to Facebook, go to uaw.org, watch it. We're still in a fight. Wages, benefits, job security. We're going to win there. The workers deserve that. They want that. And we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop until they get the contract they deserve. I promise you. The South has long been the battlefield where corporations try to keep us divided. How many, we all know, there's a lot of folks in this room that live in Detroit or live in Michigan or Ohio. Them companies moved to the South. We all know why. Well, guess what? We're going to keep fighting for those workers that want to be a part of this great union, like I did 30 years ago. And if you had never seen, have you ever seen The Brothers on the Line? If you've not seen that movie, then you need to take the time to watch it. But we are here to say those days are over. We will organize the South and we will organize the unorganized. You guys have heard me talk about social media this week. There's already some bullcrap out on the website saying there's another group saying that they're responsible for organizing Volkswagen. They're responsible for this. And I'm going to say to you, you're lying. I was there. You wasn't there. And for you to set up and make claim that you organized Volkswagen, you're wrong. I was there. Organizers were there. People in this room were there. But for you to go out on Facebook and social media right now and be claiming that you've organized these plants, there's that false truth that I told you is coming. And I will not set up and I will not let you take credit for something you didn't do. And when you fuck with us in Region 8, you got problems. We will grow our ranks in every plant, every warehouse, every battery shop, every auto facility, every IPS conference, heavy truck, aerospace, TOP, higher ed, casino workers, every sector in this great region. We're going to fight for you. And when we do, the power of the UAW will be felt in every corner of this nation. And when we do, the power of the UAW will be felt in every corner of this nation. This is our moment. This is Region 8's time. And together we will fight, we will win, and we will build a stronger UAW for every generation to come. Solidarity, I love you. Have a great rest of the week.
Good job, brother. Thank you. Hey, everybody, give it up for our director, Cheryl Smith. Show him the love, show him the love.
Thank you.
Because he loves each and every one